It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field.
Here we go in a rematch of Super Bowl 48. The Seahawks and Broncos are underway.
And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Smith going to look to throw right away. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Second down and a yard. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Here we go, Simone.
Geno now to throw.
This one to the former Bronco. It's Noah Fant. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
Throwing is Smith.
As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here's Smith. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Ready.
Now Smith.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Nick Bonito. And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They begin the drive with Williams. They find some open field here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Now they'll change things up. To throw is Nix.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nix to the air.
It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
A give to Williams, running right. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver.
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
From the gun, here's Smith.
And he's got Smith and Jigba.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the 50, it's Smith.
That's complete to DK Metcalf.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again is Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Here's Smith. Eluding the pressure right.
Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
An audible here to get a new look.
They snap it to Smith.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. Down inside the 10. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Walker.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Geno. Flush to his right. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. The defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Williams. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now 3rd down and 7. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Throwing Nix.
Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
Oh, they're changing this at the line. They're going. It's Nix. A throw left side, reeled in by the rookie wideout.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
To throw, here's Nix.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Mims in motion right.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw.
He'll air this one out from Mims. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
From the 3rd team now, they work on 1st and 10.
There we go, sit on. 49, flip around, 49. There we go, sit on.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Noah Fant.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. They'll go play action with Nix.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
And now an audible here into something else.
They try the left side here with Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Now it's Nix.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams.
And he'll be marked down a couple yards shy of the first at the 33. He needed to get to the 35. How about this? They'll change it at the line. An audible here to get a new look.
Here we go with Williams. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Smith.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Tuesday.
Now Smith. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker,
34 yards.
and the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Again, it's Williams.
He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's Nix.
And a quick throw here that's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd and 6. Flush to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. And now they'll shift things around.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Touchdown! A big play there. 50 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10.
Dash left.
Geno now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Now it's Smith. Shakes off the sack. Flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
A shotgun snap for Smith.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Walker now on 1st and 10.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Powering his way forward. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
60 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. To the right side, this is Walker.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Out of the gun, Smith. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Walker will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now Geno.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Kenneth Walker
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And this one too low.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. They give it to Williams, running right. He takes this for 3 to the 29. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Nix to the air.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff running left. This is Williams.
93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
To throw is Nix.
And this is going to be intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
They're part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
To about the 48-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up. They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Here comes 2nd down.
Back to throw.
They'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. Back to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And we may very well be headed to overtime.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Smith.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Smith's going to throw it. Gets this complete to Smith and Jigba.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Smith.
This is Fant on the short completion. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This from long, very long range. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and that changes everything here in OT.
So it's the Seahawks who are going to get the first crack at things. They'll possess it to start things off here in overtime. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Here's Smith.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
Taken in at the 22. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return. You can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Able to push his way through. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
146 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now Williams running left.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. A give to Williams, running right. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll audible to something else. To throw, here's Nix.
It's caught on the right side, Williams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. They'll hand it off now. Williams able to fight through one tackle. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They've had some success here in overtime with this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
Second and 9.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And it'll be all smiles on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the capital city of Colorado. Welcome to Denver and Empower Field at Mile High. Here's the veteran Will Lutz to get us going. And off we go from Denver. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. To throw on the first play, it's Smith. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. The first carry for the Spartan, Kenneth Walker. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is how you drop your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
And this defense having nothing of that, they get him down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Gino. He's going to keep it himself. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first.
That's going to be intercepted. Inside the 40. Still going. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. Well, that changes the story quickly. Looked like a very nice opening drive to start. Instead, Greg, it goes back the other way, and the defense scores first.
And, Mike, early on, that's exactly how they drew it up. They wanted to come out and establish themselves with this first drive of the game, and then all of a sudden, disaster strikes. Not only do they turn the ball over, the defense is able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Smith. He'll try and get it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. They'll go play action. It's Smith. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Patrick Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over once again, this time at their own 8-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 2nd down. A first carry for the former Tar Heels, Devontae Williams. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He finds Mims. It's complete. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
Here's a handoff to Williams. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. It's another run here for Williams. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
On first down, right back to Williams. And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line. Here's second and 2.
Let's go now. 19 Lions. Go.
They'll go play action with Nix. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Second down. Nix. He's got the tight end, Adam Troutman. And he's going to be taken down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion. And then really, it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
To the 5-yard line. So we'll get a second and goal when we return. It's the Broncos with the early lead. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. Another one from the 5, second down and goal.
18 Cardinal.
One more time for Williams. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Javonte Williams. Touchdown Broncos. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's Smith. And this will be incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. They need to say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
To throw, it's Smith. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
Play action now. It's Nix. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's into the end zone. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Denver.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Gino. He'll get this complete to Walker. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll run here with Walker. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Smith to throw on 1st down. The throw on the run is complete.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll motion over Metcalf. They're going to go jet sweep on 3rd down. And the drive will continue. Good run down to the 44 and a 1st down.
This is just another creative wrinkle that they can add to their offense to help move the chains. They don't do a ton of sweeps throughout the course of the game, but they do just enough here and there to keep the defense guessing.
Play action now. It's Gino. To the sideline, Lockett's there, and he got it. Well, they hook up again. 2nd time on this drive, and this one's good for 18 yards and a 1st down.
been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Off the play fake, it's Smith. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try and run for this with Charbonnet. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. The tight end Fant in motion. They'll try it now with Walker. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
Well, that play had no chance from the start. The running back was not even able to make it back to the original line of scrimmage. Give credit to that defensive line. That was an incredible effort, forcing that 4th down stop.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I return to Denver after this. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. I needed to get rid of it, but did not. And he'll finally be taken down. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Mims sent in motion here. Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. A give, and here comes Williams. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. They'll try the right side with Williams. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll go again with Williams. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Lutz's kick is good. So we come to halftime here in Denver, and the Broncos are out in front. As we send you to Orlando, going to check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure. As we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. First and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
And that's a good game there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out? Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this third and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. And the Seahawks are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
On first and 10, here's Smith. It'll be Smith and Jigba bringing it in. Smith to throw on first. And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 33.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
He's going to try it here again. And the Seahawks are going to take over just shy of midfield.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
You know, Mike, we're seeing both these offenses come out here and play a little
Opened in 2001, it lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And off we go from Denver. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Right to the air with Smith. He's on the move. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield. Get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they're going to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Fourth down, Smith. He puts some juice on a deep throw down. This is caught inside the 15. All the way, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Opening play, and Bo will throw. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On third down, here's Williams. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Nix with it on first. Throwing deep towards the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. A handoff for Williams, running left. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Slot man in motion right. On third down, here's Nix. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up 4th and long. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. From the left hash, this is from 47. Bertolet able to knock it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
This is Walker on second. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger. But that back remains hungry.
Delivered to the sideline. Smith-Njigba brings it in. That play good for 17 and a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Walker on first down. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Second and 10 now. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out. They strike for 23 yards. And the Seahawks will have a first down. Go with Walker on the counter. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. From the gun, Smith. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they are the quickest reactions as well. You needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Locates Lockett along that sideline, and he's got it.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Myers' kick is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Marvin Mims now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Nix. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's 2nd and 7. Finds a man. Adam Trautman has it. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Going left side, Williams with it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking at 2nd and 4. Nix from the gun. He lets a heater go deep. Middle, throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins makes the play. And the Seahawks take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 35 on 2nd down. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Walker now from the gun. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Staying with Walker. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Decent gain here, but short of the first. On third down, Walker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
First and goal. Here's Walker. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1. Call it a 70-yard pickup, and they're just a yard away now on 2nd and goal.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Walker. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Nice execution to get that counter to the end zone. Maybe not the play we expected, Brock, but the play that they needed right there.
I love a well-executed counter. I really do. It's like a good boxer, Kate. You set him up with a feint one way, and then you hit him with the knockout the other. Keep them from answering the bell and stopping you from reaching that end zone.
Myers gets the point after to go. And the Seahawks double their lead to 14. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's Tremon Smith with the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they had that one contained right at the line. Boye Mafe bringing that play to a halt. On 2nd down, it's Williams again. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Boye Mafe bringing that play to a halt. Stuffed at the line a 2nd time. And now it'll be 3rd and 10. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Broncos have a lot of work to do for any points before the break. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock still running. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first of 3. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Going forward, it's Williams. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 41. Nicks off the play action. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. That's caught at the 25. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Up the gut they go with Williams. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. He'll try to do it himself. And he gets it on the sneak. Touchdown! The Broncos make it a 1-score game before halftime. It's a Bo Nix touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. The fact that they pulled that out on a 1st and goal, Brock, didn't wait for a later down. Gotta imagine that played a part in its success, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. It sure did. And I would have loved to see those eyes in the huddle, right? When you call QB sneak and you look at those guys in the huddle, the big guys in particular, many times they will tell you with their body language, we're ready to go. And that group certainly was.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. First and 10 now. Here's Smith. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense more often than not leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively in a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Smith. He fires one deep down the middle. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Picked off, Brandon Jones. And the Broncos will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. He puts some power on a deep one left. He's got it deep downfield. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. Point after try is good by Lutz. And the Broncos make it 17-all. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And this won't have the juice to reach the landing zone, so some great field position coming up for this offense at the 40-yard line. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. One final shot before halftime. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far, and no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 39. Seahawks bringing the pressure, and they got him. Offense up to the line fast. Here he is on 3rd and long. Forced out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Handoff goes to Williams, running right. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Making defenders pay for trying to tackle him. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Broncos will have a first down. Nix. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take the lead right away in half number 2. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Went way outside there trying to work that sideline, Brock. But by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I can close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk reward, and that time, well, there was no reward.
Running with Walker again. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brandon Jones up for the stop. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. This is Walker on 2nd. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Working quickly here. Throwing on 3rd and long. Gets this to Fant. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a 1st down.
Looking to throw. He's got it to his running back. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They'll run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. Has a big hole left. And he is all the way ahead to the 13-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down. They'll go with Walker on the counter. He breaks the tackle. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They send a man in motion. Walker running to the right. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Seahawks start the 2nd half with some needed points. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks bring it back to even. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Go! 70 Timberwolves. 19 tight. 19 tight. Hut, hut.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 70 Ravens. 70 Ravens. Go!
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Hits him on the out route. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch.
A handoff for Williams, running left. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's been a high-scoring game so far, but we're still... They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Ready? 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Take go.
Here's Nix to throw. It's taken in by Williams. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Going left side, Williams with it. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. Another run for Williams. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Offense up to the line fast.
Cowboy 80. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Yeah.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love. The 40. At the 20. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running
Yep.
the back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Cougar 19. Set. Alert. Alert. Ready.
Now it's Williams. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Let's go. Ready.
They'll run. This is Williams. Along the sideline past midfield. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Broncos will have a first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Nix with it on first. Has him on the quick hitter. And he works this to the 38 before going down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On the handoff, this is Williams. And they bring him down around the 34. Working quickly here. Going to the ground again on first. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Right back to Williams on first down. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. On second down, it's Williams again. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Third down, 1 yard to go.
Cowboy 80, Cougar 19.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Broncos have to hurry here, clock still running. First down, and they go right back to it. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Broncos have to hurry here, clock still running. McLaughlin will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. Broncos have to hurry here, clock still running.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 70 Timberwolf. 18 Butler. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready, ready.
To throw. And it's not over yet. They score here in the final minutes, and now they can tie or even win this game right here. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
In the 11th hour, now a point after try to tie this game. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Motion man sent left. He'll look to throw it. He fires one deep down the left sideline. That's complete inside the 35. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's 1st down. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. An entire stadium of pressure now on Jason Myers. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. Now it all comes down to the veteran, confidently marching out for this moment. It's 45 yards he'll try to connect from. This is off the left upright, and in! It's good! And the third time he puts it through will be the charm. They've won it! So the Seahawks take this one on the road. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.
We are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s.
Here we go in a rematch of Super Bowl 48. The Seahawks and Broncos are underway.
And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, here we go. Hey.
First carry here for Ken Walker.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Smith going to move him around.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
And it is caught.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
13X. Snowball.
Throwing is Smith. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Hey, trio left. 49, flip around, 49. Tuesday.
Throwing now is Geno. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Cover. 13 there. Like Jack's left.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. A first carry now. This is Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Throwing Nix.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Here's 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Here's Nix.
And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
Now it's Nix. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
No receivers open, so he was forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
2nd and 10.
Now a handoff running left. This is Williams.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. He'll take this to the 46. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Nix to the air.
Flush to his right. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
No score after one on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 9. They give it to Williams, running right. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. To throw is Nix. Forced out to his left. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now 2nd and 3. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Oh, they're changing this at the line. They're going. It's Nix. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Williams will try again. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Two minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. They were held out last time. Here now is 3rd and goal from the 1. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Sticking with Walker on second down. Room here to run. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
That good for 19 and a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
There for the stop defensively, Nick Bonito. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll try the air now with Smith. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now Geno.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Geno now to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. To throw, here's Nix.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here's Nix.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Here's Nix once more. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Second and 9 now. That one out wide and intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Hey, here we go, hey.
On the counter, it's Walker. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Smith. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine, but going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. 41 yards rushing for them now to this point.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now they'll change things up. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. And he stopped immediately there. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Nix. Flushed out right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And now Smith going to change the play. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Smith. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Now Smith. And he's got Smith and Jigba.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 39.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Now 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Smith now to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You run plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They run it again with Williams. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, how about this? They'll change it at the line. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Nix.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Here's 1st and 10.
53.
Smith's going to throw it.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
picked off by Pat Surtain.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Uchenna Nwosu.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
They run off tackle right with Williams.
And he is going to have the Broncos first, and that should be the capper.
It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what?